10 keys to better scores on a TOEFL iBT. Number 1. Increase your general knowledge of English. There are two types of knowledge that will lead to better scores on a TOEFL iBT. A knowledge of the tactics and techniques used by smart test takers. Second one, a general command of English. Following a step-by-step preparation program for the TOEFL iBT, such as the one in guide, will familiarize you with the test itself and with the tactics you need to raise your scores. The practice tests that are part of this program will help you polish your test-taking techniques. But no matter how many test-taking tips you learn, you won't do well without a solid foundation of English language study. The best way to increase your general knowledge of English is to use English as much as possible. If you have the opportunity, taking English language classes is an invaluable way to prepare for the test. In the past, students would sometimes say, I can't go to English class today, I have to prepare for the TOEFL test. This is no longer a good excuse. The TOEFL iBT tests a greater range of English language skills, and any English class you take will help you prepare for the test. General English classes are now a form of TOEFL test preparation, and the TOEFL test preparation classes will now teach more general English. Conversation classes and presentations skills classes will help you prepare for the speaking section of the test. Of course, reading classes can help you prepare for the reading section, listening classes for the listening section, and writing composition classes for the writing section, although there is no special grammar section for the TOEFL iBT. Structure or grammar classes will be useful for both writing and speaking. Academic skills classes can help you with note-taking, reading and writing tips, and test-taking skills. Non-language classes taught in English, business or biology, for example, are also a useful way to improve all of your skills. The TOEFL iBT was designed, after all, to measure your ability to do well in these types of the class. You can also improve your English outside of the classroom. Reading English language books, magazines, and newspapers can improve your reading skills and build your vocabulary. So can visit the English language websites, going to lectures and movies, watching TV, and listening to news on the radio are ways to improve your listening skills. If you are living in an English-speaking country, take advantage of this fact and talk to the people around you as often as you can. If possible, join a conversation partners program. If you are living in a non-English speaking country, try to find people, native or non-native speakers, that you can have conversations with. Unfortunately, I don't have that community and those people around me, so I need to do it on my own. One important job is to systematically build your vocabulary. An improved vocabulary will help you on every section of the test. You should keep a personal vocabulary list in a notebook, on an index cards, or on a computer. When you come across an unfamiliar word, look it up and record the word and its definition. Number 2, learn as much about the test as possible. It is important to have up-to-date information about the test. ETS has said there may be minor changes in the format on the internet-based test in the future. Yeah, it is happening right now. You can get a lot of information about the test from the TOEFL Information Bulletin for the current testing year. You can download it from the TOEFL website. Paper version of the bulletin are available at many languages schools or international students' offices. There's a lot of other information and practice available on the TOEFL website. You can join the TOEFL Practice Online community for free to get the latest information about the test and to take an official practice test and get daily study tips. There is also a discussion board on which you can read messages from other people who are preparing for the test, and you can post your own questions and tips. Number 3, make the most of your preparation time. You need to train for the TOEFL test just as you would train for any important competitive event. Naturally, the sooner you begin training, the better, but no matter when you begin, you need to get the most out of your preparation time. One good way to organize your preparation time is to make time management chart. Draw up an hour by hour schedule for your activity. Block out those times when you are busy with classes, work, or other responsibilities. Then pencil in times for TOEFL test preparation. You'll remember more if you schedule a few hours every day or several times weekly than if you schedule all your study time for long blocks on weekends. One good method of studying for the TOEFL test or almost anything is the 35-5 method. Study for 30 minutes, take a 5-minute break. When you return, spend 5 minutes reviewing what you studied before and previewing what you will study next. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 30 minutes study, 5 minutes break, and 5 minutes reviewing what you studied before and previewing what will I study next. Great. Number 4, be in a good physical condition when you take the test. Of course, you should eat healthful foods. Get some exercise during the time you are preparing for the test. The most important concern, however, is that you not become exhausted during your preparation time. If you aren't getting enough sleep, you need to reduce your study time or cut back on some other activity. This is especially important during the last few days before the exam. Number 5, get some computer practice. If possible, take at least one of the practice tests on an enclosed CD-ROM. These tests closely simulate the actual test. Also, try to take the test that is available on an ETS website. So, wow, the test in ETS website is important. The computer skills that you need for the reading and the listening sections are very basic: scrolling, pointing, and clicking. The most difficult skill is the ability to word process. Type your 2 essays for the writing section. If you are not accustomed to working on an English language keyboard, you should get as much typing practice as possible to improve your speed and accuracy. Oh, okay, I need to practice type in English in keyboard to improve speed and accuracy. You also will have to record your responses for the 6 speaking tasks by talking into a microphone. Talking into a computer microphone may be a new experience for you. Get as much as practice doing this as possible. In the About Speaking section of this book, on the pages 401 to 402, there is information about how you can use a computer to record your voice and play it back if you have a microphone. Number 6. Become familiar with the format and directions. You should have a clear map of the TOEFL iBT in your mind and know what is coming next. You can familiarize yourself with the basic design of the test by looking over the chart in the questions and answer section and by taking practice tests. The directions for each part of the test will always be the same, and so will the examples. If you are familiar with the directions from using this book, you can immediately click on the Dismiss Directions button and save yourself a little time during the test. Number 7. Organize the last few days before the exam carefully. Don't try to cram. Study intensively during the last few days before you take the test. Last-minute studying probably won't help your score and will leave you tired. You need to be alert for the test. The night before the test, don't study at all. Find your passport and other documents you will need. Then go to a movie, take a long walk, or do something else to take your mind off the test. Go to sleep when you usually do. On the day of the test, wear comfortable clothing because you will be sitting in the same position for a long time. If you are testing in the morning, have breakfast before the test. If other people from your class or study group are taking the test on the same day, you can have breakfast together and give one another some last-minute encouragement. Give yourself plenty of time to get to the testing center. If you have to rush, then will only add to your stress. Number 8, baby. Use time wisely during the test. In the reading and listening section, There is no time limit on individual items. However, there are time limit for the section, 60 to 100 minutes for reading and about 50 to 90 minutes for listening. These time limits are fairly generous, but you still need to be careful to give yourself a chance to answer all of the questions. You need to find balance between speed and accuracy. Work steadily, never let yourself get stuck on the item. If you are unable to decide on the answer, guess and go on. In the speaking and writing section, there are time limits for each of the tasks. You need to practice these tasks so that you can complete your responses in the amount of time you are given. For all 4 parts of the test, the most important timing tools you have are the on-screen clocks. Glance at this now and then to see how much time you have left. However, don't become obsessed with checking the clock. Number 9. For multiple choice items, use the process of elimination to make your best guess. Unlike some standardized exams, the TOEFL iBT doesn't have a penalty for guessing on a multiple choice sections, reading and listening. In other words, incorrect answers are subtracted from your scores. Even if you have no idea which answer is correct, you should guess because you have a 1 in 4 chance of guessing correctly. However, whenever possible, try to avoid guessing blindly. It is better to make an educated guess. To do this, use the process of elimination. The process of elimination is a simple concept. For each multiple choice questions, there is 1 correct answer, 2 on some listening items. There are also a number of incorrect answers called distractors. They are called distractors because of their purpose is to distract your attention from the correct answer. You need to try to eliminate distractors. If you can eliminate 1, your chance of guessing correctly are 1 in 3. And if you can eliminate 2, your chances improve to 1 in 2. And if you can eliminate 3, you've got the correct answer. Often 1 or even 2 distractors are fairly easy to eliminate. What if you eliminate 1 or 2 choices but can't decide which of the remaining choice is correct? If you have hunch, a feeling that 1 choice is better than the other, choose it. If not, pick any remaining choice and go on. Remember, in our reading and listening sections, you should never leave any items unanswered. Always guess. The reading section is a review feature that lets you check very quickly what items you left unanswered. You should use this feature just before the end of the reading section. Number 10. Learn to fight test anxiety. The TOEFL iBT and similar tests such as SAT, ACT, GRE, and GMAT are often called high-stakes tests. This means there's a lot depends on this test. That's a lot depends on this test. They can have a major influence on your plans for your education and career. A little nervousness is normal. If you were going to participate in a big athletic contest or give an important business presentation, you would feel the same way. There is an idiom in English that describes this nervous feeling quite well: butterflies in the stomach. These butterflies will mostly fly away once the test starts. And a little nervousness can actually help by making you more alert and focused. However, too much nervousness can slow you down and cause you to make mistakes. If you begin to feel extremely anxious during the test, try taking a very short break, a 10-second vacation. Close your eyes and look away from the monitor. Take your hand off the mouse, lean back in your chair, take a few deep breaths. Shake out your hands, roll your head on your neck, and relax. Then get right back to work. Get right back to work, baby. Don't use this technique while you are listening to a lecture or giving a speaking response. Yeah, it's gonna be a distraction. A positive, confident attitude toward the exam can help you overcome anxiety. Think of the TOEFL test not as a test of your knowledge or of you as a person, but as intellectual challenge, a puzzle to be solved.